Chosen one, congratulations. Victory is yours. You've made it through battles that tried to break your soul. You've walked through the fire, and still, you stand. You didn't quit when the road got tough. You didn't bow down when fear tried to convince you it was over. You didn't give in when everything around you screamed defeat. That strength you've carried, that tenacity, that faith, even when your hands trembled, it all led you here, to this moment. A moment where heaven itself applauds your endurance and the universe recognizes your persistence. The reward has arrived. The storm has passed. The silence has broken. Congratulations. This is your victory season. So now, chosen one, stay with me till the end of this video, because this isn't just a message, it's a divine confirmation. This is not just another video. This is the echo of a victory that's already sealed in the heavens and now unfolding in your life. And write your warmest wishes in the comments below and type 777 to energize your desires in alignment with the universe. This is your opportunity to claim the frequency of fulfillment, to speak your truth into the world, and to honor the arrival of all that your soul has been patiently waiting for. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. Victory didn't arrive overnight. It was built moment by moment, in your heartbreaks, in your letdowns, in your lonely nights, and in your silent prayers. While others celebrated noise, you endured silence. While others ran, you chose to walk slowly, anchored in divine timing. While others questioned your worth, you affirmed it internally with every tear you wiped away in secret. This win? It's not just an event. It's the accumulation of everything you've overcome when no one else saw you. And because you chose not to fold, God has now decided it's your time to shine. Let no one question it. Let no force challenge it. The crown has already been placed. You've entered the chapter of undeniable favor. In this chapter, closed doors open without you knocking. Opportunities chase you. People who once ignored you will begin to seek your presence. Places that once rejected you now make room for your feet. That's the power of true victory. It rewrites the script of your past and paints over your scars with purpose. It doesn't just reward you, it elevates you in such a way that everyone watching will know. This wasn't luck. This was divine. This was destiny. This was long overdue. You see, many thought you were finished. They misunderstood your quiet season. They mistook your stillness as weakness, your retreat as defeat. But chosen one, what they failed to realize is that you were being fortified. Heaven doesn't prepare leaders in the spotlight. It prepares them in the shadows. You were being refined, shaped, and spiritually upgraded. You weren't being punished. You were being positioned. And now that your positioning is complete, the announcement has been made in the realm of spirit. Release the reward. Deliver the win. You're no longer striving for what is already yours. You're stepping into a reality that's been trying to find you. And now that your frequency matches the victory written for you, it can no longer be delayed. There's a divine acceleration occurring in your life. You'll start to notice things happening faster. Clarity will hit you suddenly. Doors will swing open that once seemed permanently shut. The impossible will look ordinary. Why? Because God has turned the page. The previous chapter served its purpose. This new one? It's labeled victory. Even now, divine forces are working behind the scenes, bringing the right people, resources, and answers into your path. You're not chasing alignment anymore. Alignment is chasing you. The effort has decreased, but the rewards have increased. The struggle is ending, and the overflow is beginning. You've graduated from the school of pain, and your diploma reads, "Chosen and victorious." Wear it with grace. Own it with boldness. You don't need to prove anything anymore. Your presence proves enough. Your energy speaks of endurance. Your spirit testifies of resilience. And your outcome? It's now your loudest praise. Understand this. Nothing and no one can block what's already yours. They tried. They delayed. They laughed. But they did not stop the plan. Because God's plans aren't opinions, they're orders. And those orders have now been executed in your favor. The wealth, the wisdom, the healing, the connections, the peace, the recognition. It's all being drawn to you. The moment you chose not to quit was the moment the heavens marked your file approved. And now, the delivery is live. With God's blessings, you are invited to bless this message by giving a divine gift of $20 or more through the Super Thanks button on YouTube. Together, let's spread faith, hope, and love, bringing light not just into your own life, but also to those who need it most. Your generosity becomes a seed of inspiration and healing for countless souls. Everything is about to make sense. All those detours were divine directions. All those delays were perfect protection. All those breakdowns were breakthrough setups. And now that the dust is settling, you're starting to see the structure of what God was building in your life. It's beautiful. It's grand. It's tailored specifically for you. And it's not just victory for the sake of winning. It's victory with purpose. You're not just celebrating. You're being elevated so others can see what true alignment looks like. You'll begin to realize that nothing was random. Every person who left did you a favor. Every disappointment pushed you deeper into yourself. Every no led to a better yes. The pain that almost ended you actually awakened you. And now, the old version of you that was doubting, fearful, uncertain, that version has been buried. What's alive now is the version that knows who you are, where you're going, and who is guiding your steps. That version doesn't settle. That version doesn't beg. That version walks with royalty in their veins and vision in their eyes. Because now, you are the embodiment of victory. The world better get ready. Because your silence is about to become your sound. Your patience is about to be echoed in your promotion. Your trials are about to be translated into testimonies. And your quiet preparation, it's about to shake the room. What's coming next will not just bless you. It will bless others through you. Your win will become a window for others to see what's possible when faith leads. You're not just the beneficiary. You're the proof. You're not just the winner. You're the sign. You're not just favored. You're the evidence of what happens when God decides to say, now. You've waited long enough. You've paid the price with patience, endured the long nights, and still moved with grace when you had every reason to collapse. But now, the season of holding on is transforming into the season of holding it. The promise, the breakthrough, the open door, the long-awaited answer. You are no longer just believing for it. You are receiving it. Your life is shifting from expectation to experience, from waiting to witnessing, from faith to fulfillment. This is what divine victory feels like. It doesn't just lift you, it rewrites everything around you. Victory has a frequency, and you are now resonating with it fully. It's why certain people no longer match your life. It's why you feel calm even when you don't understand everything. It's why you're not panicking the way you used to. Something in you knows that the worst is behind you. You're not fighting to prove anything anymore. You're walking in a level of assurance that only heaven can give. You've realized what's meant for you can't be stopped, delayed, or stolen. Not anymore. Not with the divine clearance you've received. And now that the divine gate has opened, prepare for everything to accelerate. What used to take years will now happen in weeks. What was once a long process will now feel like a supernatural leap. You'll go to sleep with questions and wake up with solutions. You'll think something is out of reach, and it will be placed right in front of you. That's the nature of this victory. It's not just a reward. It's a reversal of all the energy you had to expend to stay alive when you were being attacked spiritually, emotionally, or financially. Understand this clearly. There was a reason you had to go through what you went through. It wasn't punishment. It was preparation. There was no mistake. Your path wasn't a detour. It was divine design. The things that didn't make sense were actually pushing you into higher awareness. The betrayals? They taught you discernment. The disappointments? They taught you detachment. The loneliness? It taught you how to hear divine instruction clearly. You weren't losing anything. You were gaining wisdom, insight, and spiritual power. And now, the time of gaining has turned into the time of reigning. You are not just walking into abundance, you're walking into a realm of dominion. What does that mean? It means you don't just receive blessings, you command the space you're in. You become the one who speaks, and things move. You carry an authority now that you didn't have before, because you've proven that you can be trusted with power. Heaven doesn't crown just anyone, but you have endured the refining fire, and now the crown sits on your head with divine pride. Don't be surprised if people begin to notice the change in your energy. There's a new glow on you. It's not external. It's spiritual. They will look at you and not understand why they feel so moved. It's because your essence has shifted. Your vibration has climbed. You're no longer operating on survival. You're now operating from overflow. You don't move out of desperation. You move with direction. You're not trying to force doors to open. You're walking into rooms already prepared for your arrival. There are miracles you don't have to chase anymore. They're on their way. There are breakthroughs that were stuck. They're now being released because of your obedience. There were things being held back until the moment you matured into the frequency required to carry the victory well. And now that you've grown into the version of yourself that can hold it, nothing can stop it. You were never denied. You were simply being developed. The people who counted you out didn't understand the nature of being chosen. The chosen are hidden, misunderstood, rejected, and overlooked until the moment of divine revelation. And now, that moment has come for you. The unveiling has begun. You will begin to see why you had to go through the hidden season. You'll see why it had to take this long. You'll understand why you had to do it alone. Because the victory wouldn't be as deep, as meaningful, or as loud if it happened when you were still in confusion. But now you're clear. And when clarity meets purpose, elevation becomes inevitable. This elevation will come with new connections. People assigned to your next level are already looking for you. Mentors, partners, friends, people who honor your essence, not your image. People who don't compete with your light, but fan your flame. People who see you and don't flinch, because they know they were sent to walk with a winner. Your circle is being rearranged not because you're too good for them, but because you're too aligned to tolerate what no longer matches your energy. You've outgrown old environments, and victory demands a new ecosystem. What's coming into your life now won't stress you. It will stabilize you. It won't deplete you. It will multiply you. You're entering the dimension of ease, of grace, of clarity. The long struggle has ended, the internal battle has quieted, and what's left is pure alignment. You don't need to explain your win. It will explain itself. The fruit will speak. The glow will testify. The peace will shout. And all the people who thought you were just talk will be silenced by the manifestation. Let this sink deep. Nothing was wasted. Not the tears. Not the nights you questioned everything. Not the seasons where no one called, no one cared, and nothing moved. All of it was sacred. All of it was part of the initiation. You weren't being punished. You were being prepared for a platform so secure, so expansive, and so supernatural that it had to be protected until you were ready. And now, you are ready. You've tapped into a deeper current now, one where flow replaces force, where intuition guides you instead of insecurity, where strategy is replaced with surrender. You've mastered how to follow divine nudges. You've learned to walk when others run. You've learned the value of waiting, the art of listening, and the power of trusting what can't be seen. And because of that, your reward won't just be material. It will be spiritual, emotional, eternal. Chosen one, this is your arrival moment. You're not approaching the blessing. You've stepped into it. And the reason everything feels different now is because you've crossed a spiritual threshold. The veil has been torn. The resistance is lifting. And what's ahead will not look like what's behind. This isn't just a celebration of what's happened. It's a coronation for what's next. You are being honored by heaven. You are being seen in rooms that once ignored you. You are being recognized in realms where your name is now etched in gold. You've walked through your proving ground and emerged victorious. From this moment forward, never question your value again. Don't doubt your position. Don't shrink to make others comfortable. Don't second-guess the divine favor flowing through your life. You are not here by accident. You are not lucky. You are anointed. You are appointed. And most of all, you are victorious. There's something powerful happening inside you now. You're not just walking in victory. You've become victory itself. You carry it in the way you move, in the way you speak, in the way you think. Your thoughts no longer revolve around survival. They're anchored in expansion. You don't wake up in fear of what's to come. You rise with the expectation of miracles. That shift isn't accidental. It's the sign of a spiritual promotion. You've been elevated in a way the physical world hasn't fully caught up with yet, but it will. And when it does, it'll be undeniable. You've been marked, chosen one. Not with arrogance, but with authenticity. Not with pride, but with purpose. You don't need to prove your win. You just need to keep showing up as who you really are. That's what got you here. You stayed true when others faked it. You stayed grounded when others tried shortcuts. You kept building, even when it looked like no one would ever notice. But the universe noticed. God noticed. And now the reward is not a possibility. It's an unfolding reality. Don't question the sudden opportunities. Don't downplay the open doors. This is what it looks like when harvest collides with divine timing. You planted seeds of faith in a season of drought. You showed love in moments of betrayal. You gave when you barely had enough. You trusted even when logic told you to give up. And that energy didn't vanish. It circulated. It built momentum. And now it's returning to you as answered prayers, financial overflow, healing in your body, and a clarity of mind that no storm can shake. You were chosen for this level of breakthrough because you were willing to go through what others ran from. You didn't just want the crown, you were willing to carry the cross. That's why your elevation is different. It's not based on appearance, it's rooted in essence. The favor you're carrying can't be copied. It can't be manipulated. It can't be faked. It's real. It's radiant. It's recognizable to those who are truly aligned with the divine. And here's what's even more exciting. This is just the beginning. This victory you're experiencing now is not a one-time event. It's the opening act of a greater destiny. You're not peaking, you're awakening. You're not finished, you're being positioned for more. There are dimensions of purpose you haven't even stepped into yet. There are gifts inside you that are about to be activated. There are doors waiting to open not just because you need them, but because the world needs what you carry. That's the deeper truth of your victory. It's not just about you. It's about what's going to happen through you. The lives that will be changed because you kept going. The hearts that will be healed because your story is proof that breakthrough is real. The voices that will rise because your courage gave them permission to believe. This victory is prophetic. It echoes far beyond what you can currently see. So, don't hold back. Don't hesitate to expand. You're being called to new heights because you've outgrown the limits placed on you. And not just the ones others imposed, also the ones you unknowingly accepted. But now, the limits are gone. The fear has been broken. The scarcity mindset has been replaced with spiritual wealth. You're thinking differently, seeing differently. And that's because the veil has been lifted. You now understand that your source is not the system. It's the spirit. You're not relying on the same things anymore. You're relying on divine supply. And that supply is never empty. It's endless. It flows through inspiration, ideas, encounters, and even rest. You don't have to exhaust yourself to prove your place anymore. You've already been invited. You've already been approved. And you're already seated in victory.